Hi, thank you for downloading our information. I wanted to show you how to install Anaconda, which also includes Jupyter Notebooks, which is a code editor that we use for Python language. This is important. If you've already signed up for the 14-day course, you can go to this location here, My Products. Once you're on the My Products page, just click on Digital Download right here. And that'll get you the course requirements. And if you scroll down, you just have to hit the download button. And the general course requirements will appear. Click on it, and it will download the bottom left corner if you're using Windows. Click on that, and it will open up the general course requirements. Now, this has information about all the different things you can download for the class. You can do Python, and that's covered in another video. But right now I wanted to scroll down here. And if you notice here on Anaconda, it shows how to download it. So let's click on Anaconda Navigator. And you'll come to the Anaconda Navigator screen. And let's click on Download. And you'll see in the bottom left corner again, it's rather a large file. It's 787 megabytes. So it'll be downloading. I've already installed this on my computer, but I'll walk you through the steps on how to install it now. Takes a few minutes. All right, now that it's downloaded, we'll click on the exe file. And they're thanking us for doing the download. And in a short few seconds, it will appear on your screen. So now Anaconda has appeared. It takes a few minutes because it's actually a large file. We're going to click Next. And you can read the license agreement and then click I agree. And this is for an individual license and it's free. If you have multiple users on your system, you can say, click the second one. But for today, we're going to say just me and click Next. And then it's going to choose a specific location where to install it. It'll say how much space is required and show the space available. And then you would click Next. And then on this page here, I would leave the defaults and then click Install. And then it will be installing the software. And it will take a few minutes to install. So that took about 10 minutes to install the the Anaconda, which includes a lot of different softwares and access to them. So when you're done installing, it'll say setup was successful, and then you just click on Next. And then it says everything you love about Anaconda is now available from the cloud. Also, get started for free, Anaconda in the cloud, and then you click Next. And here there's Welcome to Anaconda and Getting Started with Anaconda Distribution. I unclick these. I don't necessarily need that. I'm going to show you how to work with Anaconda at this time. So now I've switched to my primary monitor. What you would do is you would go here and just type Anaconda. and it will appear, and it says the app. So you just click on the app, open, and then it'll take a minute because it's going to load the Anaconda file, and we're going to see something on the screen here, so I'm going to leave it running. So shortly you should see this come up, which is the exe installation. So it's opening Anaconda right now. So this does take a few seconds on the first try. And now you're going to see this little green circle come up. And what it's doing is it's going to be looking to open the cloud-based Anaconda, which will be the portal where you'll go through to open up Jupyter Code Workbook. So we'll just give it a minute. It's initializing. So now that it's been initialized, it's come up, and this is what you should see. So this is the portal to go to Jupyter Notebook, which is the one that we're going to go to. So you just click here, launch. Make sure you have Chrome installed on your computer. So what we'll do now is click launch, and this will, you'll see this moving right here in the bottom right corner. And then Jupyter Notebook, which is our application that we're going to be coding in, which is a code editor, will be coming up, and that's what we're going to be using in the class. So that'll take a second. You can take this and minimize this. So as you see here, so here's Jupyter Notebook is coming up. So when you click that, it opens Jupyter Notebook. And here I'm just going to do a few examples. So I'm going to open this up a little bit. So let's do a few little examples. So the first thing you want to do is understand how to navigate here. Jupyter Notebook, if we wanted to do a new file, it would be like this, but let's actually do a new folder first. I have multiple folders here in Jupyter Notebook. You might not have any. So you should click on folder, and that'll create a new folder. And notice that there's no command up here. And then when you click on this once, click on it, it highlights, there's a little check mark. And up here it'll say rename. So I'm going to click rename once, and we're going to say my Python code files. We're going to name that, say rename. And then we're going to click on that, and we're going to open that up. And now we're going to actually open up something so we can code. So say new, and say Python kernel, which will open up a new tab. And this new tab is where we're going to be doing some coding in Python. So the other tab where we just were is right here. So this is where the folder is. Leave that open. Here's the new file that's untitled that we just created a few seconds ago. It says untitled. It's on the other screen. So this is all web-based. It's very easy to use. That's why I like it. So first what we're going to do is we're going to test it out. But before we test it out, we're going to change the name here. So click on the untitled, and then you can put your name. My name is Luke, and just say rename. So you'll name it your name, and if you click here, just to know what's happening, this is basically where you said my Python code files. Your first file is called your name here, and then it's IP, Y, and B, which is the extension of the Python file. So go back and click on up here to your other instance, and if you notice the address, you're on the local host 888, notebooks. You don't have to worry about that, but just know that's where your folder is and that's where the code is. So let's create our first line of code now that you've installed Anaconda and Jupyter Notebooks. So we're going to say x is equal to, and then quote, and we're going to say hello world with an exclamation point. So x is a variable, equals, and hello world is a string. And you can tell it's a string by those quotes. And if we hit return on this, it just puts it another line. It doesn't run the file, it just puts another line in the code. So the second line of code is we're going to print that to the screen. So we're going to print open parentheses, which is a curly bracket, and we're going to say x. So the variable is x, so we're going to tell Python, we're saying print x. And to do that, we're going to go up here and run. Click run once, and it actually did what we told it to do, hello world. And we want to make this, put an explanation. We can say run, and there you go. You are all set. So that completes the installation of Jupyter Notebooks, which is our code editor, and also how to use the file feature, file folder feature, and what the file is called. And then this is in Chrome. So I'm going to minimize this. And then we can go back and click on, this will be running in the background. Don't close this. Keep this up while it's running. And that concludes the installation of Anaconda Navigator. It does take a while to load because it's quite a large file. It took, on my computer, it took about 10 minutes. I did pause the video during that time. So thank you and welcome to the class. Watching today. If you like what you saw, please like and subscribe. We'll be posting weekly videos for class 1. If you want to jump ahead and join on the website, go to the link below. It's basically the 12-week training challenge website. And once you get at the website, you can scroll to the bottom and you could do the 14-day trial, which is absolutely free. It has class 1, it has the PowerPoint presentation, course requirements, and all the slides. Hope you enjoy it. Please keep in touch, and we'll see you at the next video. Love you all. Bye-bye.